Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about Speaker Johnson in the U.S. House of Representatives and aid and his sudden interest in moving that along, even though it's been sitting there this whole time, all of those aid packages. And now all of a sudden he seems really interested to get it to the floor. Okay. Is this because he suddenly cares about any of these countries? No, of course not. He's indicated that he plans on, I guess, is considering splitting the aid packages up. So there would be a vote for Ukraine, there would be a vote for Israel, and do it that way. Why? Because he believes that it's going to force the Democratic Party into a tough vote. Ukraine would probably go through. The Democratic Party mostly supports it. There's probably enough Republicans to cross over, and that would go through. That's not the one he's talking about. He's talking about Israel, because you've had major signaling from the top Democratic Party leadership. So he's hoping to bring it to the floor and force the Democratic Party to make a decision on what they're going to do. My guess is that Jeffries is going to tell the Democratic Party representatives to vote as you see fit. They're not going to try to do a party line vote on it. Does vote as you see fit mean vote as you believe? No. It means check your polling data and your demographic information in your home district and vote the way they want you to, which is, kind of how the whole thing's supposed to work all the time, but rarely does. Johnson is hoping that he can force Democratic politicians, representatives, into a vote that their constituents don't agree with. And that way, during an election year, it can be thrown up and say, hey, you voted this way. My guess is the Democratic Party is going to see that coming. And they're just going to tell everybody to vote the way their home district wants them to. Now, the obvious big questions about this, one would be, what would the final vote be? Don't have a clue. Couldn't even guess what it would be. I have not seen any data on that broken down to that level before. And then the other one is, with so much of the Democratic Party leadership signaling about conditioning aid, does that matter? Does that impact that if they pass it through this way? Probably not, because the letter that Sanders sent to Biden, Sanders and the other senators, it cited a law that's already on the books. And they would have to carve out some kind of exemption to that for that rationale to not be something that Biden could use if he wanted to go that route. So it probably wouldn't impact that. It does produce a moment for the Republican Party to actually play like real politics instead of fight amongst themselves. I don't know how successful it's going to be. So that's what it's about. Now, none of this is set in stone yet. Johnson has said he is considering doing that. McConnell and other Republican leadership may have suggestions about that. I don't know. But it's the kind of politics we saw prior to, the former president. Don't see a lot of this anymore because, well, things are different now. But forcing a hard vote for your opposition is normal. And that's what he's trying to do. He doesn't suddenly care about any of this. It's putting the Democratic Party in a difficult position, or at least he thinks so. I think they'll navigate it relatively easily. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.